on the website for downloads. All right, all right. I'm glad you guys are here. Happy Wednesday. Happy September. I'm wearing my fall colors, and it is actually overcast and in the 70s here in Dallas today. So I don't know, somebody give me a, what is it called? A pumpkin spice latte? Yes. So thank you for being here. I'm excited to share today's content. I've got my notes here. It is the interior design business tech stack. And what that means in less fancy terms, because Hallie actually gave it the title, is like, what sort of software am I using in my interior design firm? Because I went through so many different platforms in so many different areas of my business that I'm hoping that this can kind of streamline things for you a little bit and give you some ideas where to start. And then I also want to say there's a real thing when it comes to the shiny object syndrome. So once you find a good software that works for you, even if somebody comes out and says, look at what I'm using and it's so much better, myself included, if I say that, but you're using something and it's working, you need to really assess whether or not it makes sense for you to drop what you're doing and spend time learning a new software, implementing a new software, taking your content from one to another software. It's crazy. And yes, Hals, thank you. Come on camera if y'all can. Like I have like very little of my face on and I'm here. So don't be shy, even if you just finished working out and you're a sweaty mess. Okay, it's all good. So come on and join us. Okay, so speaking of us, who am I? My name is Michelle Lynn, and I am the owner of a 7-figure award-winning interior design firm in Dallas, Texas. And we are just working our way through this crazy time that we have. Lynn munching lunch. Okay, fair enough. Thank you for that consideration. We muddle along as best as we can when it comes to some of the unknown areas that we encounter in the interior design field. And then my goal is to teach the successful path to you. So I do have a paid program that I offer. I have a podcast. We have some other entry-level programs that will take you and your interior design business to different levels. So you can always visit designedforthecreativemind.com to catch the free stuff and the paid stuff. Today, we're doing one of the free things, and that is the training that we do here at the Interior Designers Business Launchpad. It's usually once a week. There are some weeks that I have to reschedule and we don't have the pleasure of spending time together. But here we are today. Let's see here. How many of you guys have subscriptions to softwares that you don't use? Do you go through your subscriptions on a regular basis and take a look to see what you're subscribed to? Same thing with some of the apps that you have on your phone. Like, what are you paying for that you need? What are you paying for that you don't need? I suggest going through your subscriptions on a regular basis, and then making sure that it's the subscriptions that you need and don't pay for the ones you don't. So let's dive in. Here's what I've got. Okay, let's talk about some design related software. Some design related software for our presentations. Y'all, we keep it simple. We use PowerPoint, okay, or Canva. PowerPoint is free if you, well, it's not free. You have to subscribe to the Microsoft 365 package or whatever that is. Now, if you have an Office product, Microsoft product, it comes on your computer. Okay. I have a Mac, so I subscribe to Microsoft 365 because it translates so easily. Canva is fantastic. I have Canva Pro. So you have a lot more elements and a lot more bells and whistles. I think it's worth it. It's like $10 a month. I think it's like $120 a year. So in my opinion, it's worth it. I use those for my presentations when I'm speaking as well. what else do we use? Oh, we use Chief Architect. Chief Architect is fantastic for space planning, for elevations, and for renderings. Chief Architect is also fantastic when you're working with builders, and it will also, builders will oftentimes use Chief Architect. Architects sometimes do it, but also they can give you their CAD file and it can translate into Chief Architect, so it can go back and forth. Don't ask me anything technical about that back and forthness. I just know it works. Okay. Chief Architect also gives you the ability, hold on, let me get comfortable. I don't know about y'all, but I like to sit, as my daughter says, crisscross applesauce in my office chair. Chief Architect will give you the 3D visuals as well. So those are what we use for design. I'm pretty sure. Let me make sure I got it all. Yeah, we keep it real simple. And then organizing ideas, we'll use Pinterest or Instagram. Those are the two main ones. We're really not on Houzz that much anymore. And then to organize things, so to organize our client inspiration or notes or whatever, we'll either use Dropbox or Google, the G Drive, Google Drive. And so that's pretty, I think that's free until you run out of storage as well. Okay. So that's the pretty stuff, right? The project management, we use Asana. So what I teach in my paid program is we have the 16 steps of sanity. Okay. It's called the ML experience at ML Interiors Group. You can call it whatever you want to call it at your company. But the 16 steps have sub-steps, sub-sub-steps, and they have dates assigned to them. So we put that into Asana. If you are a solopreneur, you still need to be that organized. Now, it's great with a team because we can pick up and where other people leave off. But as an individual, you want to do that because it will keep you on track and it keeps you from forgetting things. It's just like when you write yourself a grocery list, or if you write your husband a grocery list, and it's like hamburger buns. Well, you don't want him to get the white bread, cheap, generic hamburger buns. You want the Dave's Killer Bread, whole grain hamburger buns, right? So then you're going to write hamburger buns is your task, but then you're going to make sure that you specify exactly what you're doing. So for example, if it is time to get a gift for a client, you need to make a note as to which gift is it? Is it because they signed the contract? Is it because they just kicked off construction, or is it because you finished? So you just specify exactly what it is. This is what I call thinking for yourself. You're thinking ahead for yourself. So we put that into into Asana. What we also do is we use, and this is kind of project management, and then it moves into bookkeeping and accounting. So Design Docs is what we use, or Studio Designers, basically the same thing. It's the same company. We just have the older version of what they have. And what it basically does is you can keep track of all of the items that you're going to share with the client. Okay, so it manages your items and all of the components that go into it. So if you're charging them $150 for a pillow, that pillow, $150, is going to include the fabric and the fabric's markup, the labor and the labor markup, the insert and the insert markup. But it just shows up as a pillow and it charges them for the pillow. But it's keeping track of all of the details in there. It keeps, then you can create a proposal, get approval for that proposal, and then it creates an invoice that they can pay off of. If anything changes, let's say with that pillow, let's say the freight that you put on the pillow, or let's just say the labor, okay? Let's just say the labor increases just a little bit because they had an increase January 1st and you forgot to factor that in when you put the proposal together in December. Then it keeps track of the payment and what it applies to. And if there's any money left over because they've overpaid, or they haven't paid you enough because the labor went up. So it keeps really good track of all of those details in Design Docs. Then in Design Docs as well, you can receive the payment and apply it to everything, and then it transitions into procurement. So you have all of the items that you proposed, they approved, you billed them for, they paid, and now you're ready to order. It has all of the information in there for you to hand that off to somebody else to outsource your ordering. So again, I don't get a kickback from Design Docs. I really think I should, but I don't. But we love it. So Design Docs, same thing as Studio Designer. Okay. So I don't believe that you can sign up for Design Docs anymore because Studio Designer has purchased Design Docs and they're integrating the two. So go sign up for Studio Designer if you're looking for something. They have trainings on it. It's a little clunky at first, but it's fantastic. Highly recommend it. And then finally, let's talk about sales and marketing. Okay, because all of these other things are not even relevant if you don't have clients. Am I right? I'm right. Okay. So what I've done in the past, y'all, I have used Calendly and MailChimp, and don't write these down. These are what I used to use. I've got something better for you now. Calendly and MailChimp, and what else do we use? I think Zoho. I've used Salesforce in the past, like that's big and clunky. Holy crap. So we've used a whole bunch of things. So what we use now is called Sidemark. It's mysidemark.com. It takes all of these and it combines them. It has a CRM, which is a client relationship manager. It has a calendar. It has email. It has social media. Oh yeah, I used to be using Planoly and then I was using Tailwind. Like I've tried these things all. So all of these are integrated. It has marketing automations, reputation management. So just today I got a notice on my email that said I got a new Google review. So it gives you updates so that you can go reply to the Google reviews and things like that. So what we do, and I think we have another training all about sales and marketing, how you should have an email list, okay, how you need to be doing your social media on a regular basis, how you can create automations so that once you start talking to somebody, for example, if you have a client who's interested in working with you, you have automations reminding them of your appointments, reminding you of their appointments, things along that line. All of this is integrated into Sidemark. A CRM is fantastic because when you do have clients or you have prospects, for example, we had a prospect that emailed us from my website the other day. She needed all new window treatments, some bedroom furniture, and something else. Anyway, and we were going through the process. We were going to do a meet and greet and then the initial visit and all the things. Well, she had something come up in her family life and she had to defer her design project. So what we did is we just made a note in her contact file that just explained what happened and then put a follow-up to call her again in 4 months. So she said, call me right after the first of the year if I don't call you first. So think about this. How many things are you chasing on a regular basis that you can barely even keep track of? And or you have lists and lists and lists and lists and lists of things that you need to get done. I mean, that's just running a business and you have to prioritize them. So I don't want to forget about somebody who wants to give me money, have a good project and things along that line. So I put a follow-up so that after the first of the year, I get a pop-up on my computer that says, hey, call this chick. Here's what happened. It reminds me of what happened, what her situation was, so that when I call her back, I can say, hey, chick, whatever her name was, I hope everything's going well with your family and that the situation has resolved itself. The last time we spoke, you were ready to get busy on this project and asked me to call you back after the first of the year. Oh, and by the way, how's your cat Blue? Okay, so like there's all these notes that we have. So having these CRMs is fantastic just to stay organized. It helps me remember kids' names with our clients and dogs' names and cats' names and things like that. So anyway, those are really, besides Zoom, okay, I do use Zoom, obviously, here we are. And I use those for some of our presentations as well, but that is also free up to 45 minutes of a presentation, and then you can start paying for it. So, why Chief Architect over SketchUp? Just wondering what's been tried and if that wasn't preferred. Maison Molly, Maison de Molly. Oh, that's cute. Molly, honestly, I never learned SketchUp. I just went directly into Chief Architect because that's what a builder had said like years ago. And I was like, okay, that's what we're going to do. And actually I had used 2 other programs before that. One was like Beelight, Beelight, and something else. I've tried a lot of them. I did not try SketchUp. But because it does, I don't know if SketchUp will drop into CAD and CAD will drop into it or whatever. Chief Architect had that ability or something. And I have heard that Chief Architect was easier than SketchUp. So I was glad that that's what I tried, but that's kind of where we're at. Yeah, feel free to pop any questions in the chat. Hallie, can you think of any other software any other tech that we use? Client questionnaire answers. Aaron, that's a great question. I capture those in Sidemark now. Because what it does is it attaches to that contacts file. So I've got their digital signing. So Sidemark also does digital signing. So we were using Adobe Sign or DocuSign at one point. I used one other one at one point. Yeah, I told you I've tried, I bounced around a lot. Don't do what I did. Sidemark captures the contract signature digitally, and then it also captures their questionnaires. We used to use Google Forms, and I actually sell my Google Forms on our Design for the Creative Mind. So if you want a badass questionnaire and you want to capture it in Google Forms because you're not interested in Sidemark, then I've got 97 or 98 questions broken down for you there. Yeah. Yeah. iPhone 10, AutoCAD, Revit, 3D Max. I did it. Oh, and you know what now? For the most part, we do still use Chief Architect for a lot of space planning, but for the renderings and stuff like that, we outsource. So we generally use Duke Renders. And then also Teresa G designs, she does hers on Chief Architect. So depending on what we're using, we go back and forth. So Muna, it depends on the plan that you need for Chief Architect. I think we're at $2,000 a year, maybe, but I think we're about to go down because we don't need all the features anymore since we outsource it. Yeah. Thank you, House. $199 a month. So if it was just me running the business, sorry guys, I got an itchy nose. If it was just me solo and not my team handling a lot of the technical stuff, I would probably outsource almost everything in regards to my floor plan, my renderings, my elevations, and all of that things, because I'm slow at it, right? Even my team, they're good at it, but they're not as fast as somebody who does it all day, every day. Is that Leela? Leela, I would do a lot to Duke Renders. They continue to evolve and offer more things. And also Teresa G Designs. So it just kind of depends on what you're needing. But they're both very, very, very fast and expedite, and it moves our productivity up as well. So just think about what is it that you do well. Thanks, Hals. So anyway, you guys, one more thing before we go, and is on September 16th. Hallie, is it September 16th? I think we are starting our new workshop. Do you have to have the format they use to get their renderings? I will answer that in just a second. Oh, wait, hold on. Squirrel, I'm getting distracted. Do we have to have the format they use to get their renderings? No, Leela, they'll just send you the finals, and you can even get video as well. So they've got all sorts of things. You don't have to have the program in order to work with them. It is awesome. They're fabulous. So thank you for putting Teresa G Designs in there. Thank you, Hallie, for putting Duke Renders in there. Now she's going to drop another one in because we are having a marketing masterclass. Oh, look at, dang, you are so fast. Yeah, I see you laughing. I know. I was going there. It's like, we're like this. So we're having a marketing masterclass. I'm going to teach you the layer cake method that I use at ML Interiors Group to really build on your marketing. The goal right now is that seriously, the economy, the market, it's all really weird. It's going like this for everybody. Okay. My goal is that instead of like the low lows and the high highs, is that you just have smaller dips. And when you have a solid marketing plan in place, oh, good, Lawanda, she registered. If you have a solid marketing plan in place, you're going to have less lows and really enjoy the highs. Okay. So I'm going to teach you how to build on that so that you can be building your business. And then I will also share with you my paid program in a little bit more detail. And overall, it's just a lot of fun. Like Hallie and I love putting on these workshops. We have some concierges that will walk you through any questions, details along that line. And it's going to be, you're going to want to bring something that you can write on, because there's literally some actionable steps that you can take away immediately. How to get leads. So Muna, this is it. So join us for the marketing masterclass. And then also, I think you might be interested, if you guys are looking to just kind of get some leads and start building on that. We do have a program. It's called the Sugar and Spice Society. And that intention is specifically for you to start getting leads, to start getting some clients. And it is kind of a starter kit for the interior design business bakery. So Muna, sign up for the masterclass for sure. Check out Sugar and Spice Society. That is going to be, okay, good. You just signed up. The Sugar and Spice Society is going to be on the Design for the Creative Mind website. And if I'm not mistaken, it's going to appear magically in the chat here in just a moment. And it's a great starting point. There you go. There's your Sugar and Spice Society. I told you it was going to show up magically. Poof. Hallie's the magic one in the back. And purchase on the bakery, templates, docs. So Leela, if you go to Design for the Creative Mind, over on the right, there's a shop page. There's a few things in there. There's a few things on the shop page that you can purchase. The rest of it's all in the bakery. So in fact, we have some bakers here today. I just saw Elaine joined us. Hello. I see Lynn is here. Lynn Cowie, Interiors. Do we have anybody else here from the bakery? I think oh, there's Jackie. Jackie just showed up. Hello. 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 So for those of you who are curious about the interior design business bakery, I'm not here to sell you on it today, but I am here to tell you that it is a resource that's available to you. It's a year-long mentorship. So all of the tech stack that we just went through, it's what I recommend in there. The Asana that we talked about, I have the entire Asana board tricked out for you and available for you to download and then upload. You can also do it on a spreadsheet if you're like, oh, to hell with another platform. And I think Debbie's training on some of the updates that we just made to it. So we keep everything up to date with what we've got going on. Hallie, when is Debbie training on that?
I was just going to put it in the chat. We just did that today.
Oh, that was today. Oh, there we go. So yeah, so as we update things through ML Interiors group, especially the significant updates, I bring them to the bakery right away. So anyway, thank you guys for being here. I look forward to seeing a lot of you on our workshop. That's, gosh, is that next week? No, 2 weeks. I think it's another 2 weeks. Today's the 4th. Yeah. It's a week from Monday, the 9th. So there's plenty of time. Muna, there is the link coming at you, and you can find all of this stuff on the designedforthecreativemind.com website. And then if you're looking for more recordings, you can go into the Facebook group and look under the guides section. And I have all of my free training in there. Some of them are as short as 10 minutes. Others, I just ramble on like I am today. And we go for 30 minutes and get you lots of good details. So thanks for being here. I will see you guys in a week and a half. Thanks, Hallie, for being the magician with all of the links and answering the questions and the recap and so forth. This will be uploaded into the Facebook group as well, and you can catch up, review all the things. See you guys soon. Thanks, Hals.